the articles that you mentioned are really talk about what happens after, right? So after the nuclear bomb drops, what happens?
Well, it also gives a good history of like where we are now,
right?
Why this is happening, and then what is going to happen. What could be the consequences of buyers having to pay their agent commission directly, right? So that's where that's at. I know that NAR has gone and they have their own site. I was sent over something, realestateCommissionFacts.com. We'll put that in the show notes. And that just goes over some of the cases and, what NAR's official responses to those. And people can go to that again. And that site's realestateCommissionFacts.com.
Yeah, I'm on it right now.
Okay.
Yep. How real estate commissions work, fact about commissions, FAQ. Yep. Okay.
And then I also understand is that, I think NAR is going to go out and, start doing a media tour about this.
Sure.
I'm sure they did something like that about, how to negotiate in a tough market like this.
Sure.
And then you have all these cases, and the backdrop though is, interest rates have risen.
Yep.
I one of the things I do for my product, Cloud Streams, is I subscribe to all the listing alerts and all the portals to see how ours perform against others. And I can't tell. It's just it's price reduce. So there's a lot of reductions going on that have been starting. So you kind of see that happen in the market. So all these things here are going to be in the backdrop of a market that's really changing quickly.
Right.
And interest rates going up, and maybe that changes the value dynamic that people put on real estate agents. Maybe it's not so, it's going to be less easier just to turnkey and sell a house, with multiple bids. It's going to be hard. I think it's been hard. I think buyer's agents are probably are actually earning their commission by getting, some of these buyers that have been looking actually to get a house, right? Because it takes a little bit of, elbow grease to kind of get in front of, what it has been with multiple offers and finding the right house, getting, being first to know those kind of things. So, it's going to be interesting. All these things together, we're going to see what happens for sure.
But I mean, you don't think that that's kind of an impact on the outcome of the cases, right?
Well, it could, yes and no. It could, maybe if things start changing, real estate for new cases, maybe it's less appetizing for new people to come in here because, oh my God, this place is a shit show now. What am I, why, this is not like, the sentiment out there is not like it was before. Do I want to kind of get in there? Maybe on that case, but maybe not on the existing.
Let me think about that. Because any new case that gets filed, so let's say one gets filed in Florida, right?
Right.
The claim would be in the last, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, if you sold a home, right, you are screwed and you are owed compensation. Okay, yeah, rates are higher, the prices are starting to moderate. I don't know if that makes any difference for some homeowner who gets, some email or some piece of mail. It's like, hey, did you sell a house in the last 7 years? Like if so, you are screwed and you are owed compensation. Like, and they're gonna be like, it could be as much as $30,000. Like, I think a lot of people will be like, let me call this lawyer. Don't you think?
Yeah. Right. I mean, I guess I'm thinking on like, will the real estate industry in the future look like such a bloated money bag? You hear layoffs, no. You hear all this kind of stuff right here. So
it will not. I mean, right. So look, man, I just wrote this
judgment of people coming into this, and suing, right? I mean, that's, I guess on a base level, that's what I'm thinking.
Possibly, but I again, I think if you're a homeowner or if you're somebody, you're a homeowner, you sold a home in the last 5 years or something, right? You made a shit ton of money. But people tend to be pretty selfish, right? Because somebody comes and says, hey, you could get a $30,000 judgment. So I think they're going to be like, it costs you nothing, that sort of thing.
We'll definitely see. I mean, that's going to be interesting. I mean, I just don't, Yeah, I have a feeling, this is the feeling I have right now. There is somebody there that knows a lot more about class action suits and the law and everything, who's yelling at their radio right now.
Right.
Wherever they're listening to this podcast, like,
Yeah.
you dumb shits don't know anything about how this is done.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll leave a YouTube comment of telling how much we have no clue about, which is completely,
Which would be great.
Yeah, which is great and completely true.
It could be great. I would love to have an experienced class action antitrust litigator willing to come on this program and talk to us about this.